All right, so we are going to stretch. Yay! Stretching is so good. I do want to make sure that we all give some TLC to our feet. You can either massage your feet, roll your feet out with the ball, or stretch your toes and feet, whatever works for you. I'm going to stretch my toes and feet. So starting with the toes curled under, pressing the booty back down toward the heels. Oh yeah. Getting that stretch in the toes. Just taking some breaths here. If you want maximum stretch, you can sit on your heels. For me, that's a little too intense with my injured foot, so I'm gonna come back down onto my hands. And then after your last exhale, if you're stretching your toes and feet, switch to stretch the front of your feet. Lifting the knee up, feeling the stretch in the front of the foot. Just taking a couple of breaths here. And then after your last exhale, switching sides. And then coming out of it. Nice. Okay, so let's start from the bottom and kind of work our way up. Why don't we start with caterpillar, I think it's called. I don't quite remember, but legs out in front of you. And then you're just gonna gently bend forward. And you're gonna feel the stretch along the back of the neck, all along the spine, and down into the hamstrings. And you just gently want to encourage your upper body to release and let go, imagining that you're trying to get your head down to your knees. You can prop yourself up on a pillow if you want to, if that will help you be more comfortable. And we're just gonna hang out here for a minute or two. Hopefully you're feeling the stretch all along the back line of the body. And just check if you're holding any tension in your jaw and let that release. Hopefully you're feeling yourself getting closer down toward your knees. You can always come out of the stretch if it's getting too uncomfortable for you. That's fine. We all have different needs. And when you feel ready, just reluctantly and gently come out of it. stacking yourself up on the spine. Head is the last to arrive. All right, so from there, let's go ahead and stretch the inner thighs. So you want to open up your legs as wide as you can and come forward. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can stretch one at a time. That may be more easy on the body. You can do that if you want. If you want to bring some pillows up to you so you can stack them to help support your upper body, that's fine. We're just going to hang out here for a couple minutes. See if we can get our head a little bit closer towards the floor. Just check if you're holding any tension in your jaw or your neck or shoulders. You want to try to really relax your upper body. You can always come out of the stretch if it's getting too uncomfortable. And then nice and easy, slowly coming out of it. Up to sitting. Good. So from here, we're gonna stretch out the glutes and go into shoelace. So you're gonna cross your knees over each other. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can always do knee over knee, laying on your back. And then once you're in the shoelace position, you're just gonna go ahead and come forward. Hopefully you feel that stretch in the back of the hip. You may feel it in the front of your hips if you're tight there, that's fine. Just trying to keep your upper body released and relaxed. You can always switch sides at your own timing. Just be in the stretch long enough so you feel your muscles relax and release. It'll be different for all of us. And I'm going to go ahead and switch sides. But do what feels right for you. Definitely feeling that stretch in the back of the hip. And just check to see if you're holding any tension in your jaw or your neck or shoulders. See if you can let that go. I'm just gonna take a couple more breaths here. And then nice and easy coming out of it. Good. All right, so from there, we're gonna lay down on our backs and go into banana asana for the side bend. So you're laying down on your back. You're gonna move your legs over to your left as far as you can, placing your right foot on top of your left and then side bending over to your left as much as you can. You do wanna check that your pelvis is level. You wanna feel the back of your ribs anchored on the mat. You're gonna place your hands around your elbows and bring your arms overhead. If you would like more stretch, you can straighten out your arms, reaching them overhead. Do whatever feels right and safe for you. We're just gonna hang out here for a few breaths. You should be feeling that nice stretch from the right shoulder down the side of the back and possibly into the front of your right hip. You can always switch sides if you need to, that's fine. Always doing what feels best for your body. I'm just going to take a couple more breaths here. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch sides. Bringing my legs over to my right, left foot on top of the right, side bending over to the right. Hands around the elbows or arms extended out straight. Feeling that stretch from the left shoulder down the side of the back and possibly into the front of your left hip. And just be in this stretch for as long as you need. If you want to come out of it before I am out of it, you can go ahead and rest in corpse pose. I'm going to take one more nice big breath here. And then gently coming into corpse pose to center out the body and take a breath in corpse pose. And then from here, we're gonna go into Brettzel. So if you don't have a pillow, please get a pillow to support your head. So I'm gonna go and get my pillow. All right, so I'm gonna start by laying down on my left side. And you're gonna go ahead and let your right knee rest down on the mat. You're gonna reach and hold on to your left foot with your right hand, and then you're gonna rotate your upper body toward the ceiling as you bring your right foot down to the ground. So you're stretching your rotation. You're also stretching the chest gently and also working on your hip mobility here. You may feel it in your quads if your quads are tight, and that's fine. So we're just going to take a few breaths here, just settling into the stretch. Letting any tension in the jaw or neck or shoulders release as best you can. I'm just going to take a couple more breaths and then I'll switch sides. So gently coming out of it if you haven't already. Flipping over onto your right side. Placing your left knee on the mat, holding onto your right foot with your left hand. Rotating your upper body toward the ceiling as you bring down your right foot. Stretching the rotation of the spine, the quads, the hips, the chest. This side feels tighter for me, so I may be here a little bit longer on this side. If you want to come out of it, you can, that's fine. You can always rest in a corpse pose. Or you can stretch your tighter side for longer if you have one. Just see if you can release your upper body, your jaw as best as possible. I'm just going to take a couple more breaths here. And then gently coming out of it if you haven't already. Coming into corpse pose for a moment just to center out the body. Take a breath in corpse pose. And then from there, we're going to flip over onto our bellies and do some swan just to get some extension of the spine. So you're going to have your hands about in line with your shoulders. Your legs can be in parallel or turned out. You're going to inhale and extend as far as you feel safe, whatever that is for you. And then just nice and easy coming down. You don't need to come down slow and try to work your upper back or triceps. It's really just about finding that movement of the extension, stretching out the belly a little bit. So you just want to move at your own pace. Try to move with your breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. And you want to do as many as you need. When you feel like you're stretched out enough, you can go ahead and rest in a child's pose. and then resting in a child's pose. If you want to stretch your lats and your shoulders, extend your arms out long. Otherwise, you can just rest your hands by your head, whatever feels best for you. Really reaching your bum toward your heels to stretch out your lower back. Just taking a couple of breaths here. One more breath. And then gently, slowly come out of that. And then we'll come into corpse pose. Oh, just noticing the space in your lower back, how the shoulders feel flatter on the ground. Maybe the front of your hips feel more open. Maybe you feel the blood flow. And we're gonna finish by activating the parasympathetic nervous system. So you're gonna inhale through your nose, hold your breath at the top for a couple of counts. Exhale out your mouth longer than your inhale, and you wanna do that at least 3 times. Here you go. And then gently come and lay down on your side and take a breath on your side before getting up. And then slowly and reluctantly come back up to sitting. Wow. That was great. I needed that so much. That felt really good. I hope that you feel good. Oh my goodness. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
Special shout out to my Vital 7 stars. Thank you for making this video possible. Are you ready for exclusive content, early access to content, and other perks? Join us on Patreon. Click on the link in the description of this post for more.